Thank God you're one of the patrons that, the early person. Some people at St. Patty's Day, happy St. Patrick's Day to especially Shane and Colin in the group. Timmy, thank you, because I thought I was going to come on alone. I was going to have to be the one-man show.
I'm still on Italy time, man.
You're still
I
in Italy
swear
time?
my body's still adjusted. I went to bed at 10:30 p.m. last night. I go to bed normally at 1 a.m., 12 p.m., like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. kind of thing. But I think my body's still on Milan time, and I'm waking up early and going to bed real early these days. So
I think
it's
that
interesting.
it's always the coming back. Even me, when I got there, it was no problem. But there was the
Yeah,
whole coming
yeah.
back. And oh, by the way, newsflash: Juve sucks. Yeah, this Jesus Christ. I was still 0-0 in that game. We're talking last week. These teams like the Verona, yeah, we're playing at Verona. It's crazy. It's crazy how you have in 13th place Lecce at 28 points.
Yeah.
In 19th, Sassuolo at 23 points. 5 points difference. Verona there at 26. Now, we're always about we want to have a good performance, want to have a good game, but this is definitely not a game to be taken lightly, Timmy. Do you agree?
Um, man, it's one of those things. Like, so you know, I look at one thing that I noticed is that when we faced Slavia, right?
Mhm.
Verona is not a better team than Slavia, and we were able to do that to them, right? Like
Yeah.
to comfortably, yeah, sure, we got the red cards. I know we don't want to talk too much more about that, but like
It
when
was
I
a
look at it,
blatant
it's like
a red card.
Empoli.
It was a
Like
blatant
when
red card.
we
So,
played Empoli last weekend, and I was like, okay, this team's not much better than like they're probably equally as good,
mm,
and we were able to get it done. It's where like for some reason when we're playing, I guess teams that probably know us better, that follow us, the coaches are like, okay, this player plays like this player plays like this. They study more within the league. That's where I think we're finding difficulties, right? Because in terms of caliber and who's better, I mean, those teams are equally as good, right? Or as bad, whatever way you want to look at it.
it's
But
it's even hard to judge because Slavia Prague is in a situation where they're down 2 goals. They need to open up. The first before that red card, we were nowhere to be seen, and it just looks like we were trying to defend. But
yeah,
it is what it is. On to Roma, on to the next round. But before all of that, we got Verona starting in 75 minutes from now. Starting lineups as soon as they come up. Do you expect any changes? I'm figuring Benny and Reindeer is going to be in midfield because he did start Adley and Musa on the Europe League. Do you expect
that's what
any
I'm
other changes?
thinking. I'm thinking Rangers to get the start this game, probably Benny. Um, I really, honestly, man, I'm like jokes aside about Adley, like I'm really getting frustrated with him, especially especially the last game where he
Mhm.
gave away 3, 4 passes. Like I think he's, the hype around that guy is that it doesn't even need to be shown. Like there's no hype in him. He's probably at best a team that could play for Verona. So I'm hoping not to see him start. I definitely want to see probably Gabia again. Started up, especially before the friendlies coming up and stuff. It'd be nice to see him get called up. Maybe he's drawing attention.
Not got Didn't get called up, and we'll
He
see.
didn't,
And
right?
Gio's got a whole
Yeah.
speech about that one. But I think Adley.
Funny the difference that guy made for 13 games away at Villarreal to come back, and he's like a brand new guy, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
so
crazy how things work.
to me, that discussion was maybe not the start, but definitely deserving a call up. But
Yeah.
with the Adley discussion, I think people fell in love with Roba da Milan. Every time you heard about him, he never complained. He always worked hard, and whatever case may be. But he's had a lot more blunders than he's had good games. Let's not
Yeah,
take away
sure.
anything from him. But when you got Benny and Rangers and the way Rangers has performed since day one,
Yep.
up front,
Consistency.
I'm assuming no changes, no changes there, right? We're gonna have
I
we're
want to
gonna
see Okafor. I want to see Okafor play in the striker role with Pulisic and Leao. I've been wanting this since we got it. And I don't think we've ever seen it. I
as
don't.
a striker.
I want to see Okafor as a striker. I do.
Mm,
Um, I
Did
want
he,
to see those three,
did
like
he try it
Leao,
once? I think he tried it once. No, I think when
but
Giro
never with
was
like Pulisic and Leao on the sides.
okay.
Never with those three up top. To me, is like one of the thing. Um, Loftus-Cheek, if he gets a rest, sure, but I mean, he's dude.
You can't say nothing about Loftus Cheeks. He's been. I
Seeing
mean,
him in
just
person, it's so. One thing I learned is that when you go and watch a game in person, you definitely don't see what the camera sees. So you
yeah.
watch those players, you watch the body language, right? It's crazy. How I think he's probably one of our best players. And sorry to say, even if we want to do a comparison, man, he's an upgrade from Tonali, unfortunately. Like for Tonali, because I love the kid, but in my opinion, he's definitely more of an upgrade. Again, he's playing more of that cam role, that trequartista, so it's a little bit different because he has the opportunity to go more up.
And he did start
Where
the season when he was playing more defensively, and I found that
right,
he was just like a freight train, and it just took some
yeah,
time to adjust. I think it's hard to say versus Tonali because we haven't seen him play in the last 10 months. If he would
yeah.
have been adapting, but yeah, for changes, how about Chucky? Does Chucky deserve maybe a presence? He did. He played good.
He
In the Euro.
deserves just not to strain the legs of Pulisic, but that's about it, man. He's my most disappointing signing this summer.
Yeah,
Definitely for the
especially
price tag.
for the price tag.
Yeah.
Definitely for the price tag.
I thought so much more of him, and then even watching him on the Nigerian national team during the AFCON, and I was like, dude, he's not getting the start over C1, like over Simon, like he's not even getting the start, so it's crazy. But yeah,
Yeah. So there's a question: do we want Musa over Adli or Benacer? Musa over
either or.
Adli, yes. Benny, no. Benny's just. I can't say nothing about Benny, dude. He's been, the diamond in the rough for the last couple of years, and he yes got hurt, the Afcon, missing him from there, but he's like you have that confidence in him, that trust, that yes,
He
he's had
just moves the
blunders like
ball. He's a little bit smaller,
yeah,
Vinny. I don't know if you noticed that. So Adley's a big boy. He is a big boy
yeah.
when you compare him to Benny. Benny's a little bit smaller. He's more of that pivot. He can distribute it quicker when he receives the ball. He moves quicker. That's the thing. His movement, once he receives that ball, he spins or he turns and he finds that outlet pass where, like, with the bigger central defenders or central midfielders, sorry, they're a little bit slower on the touch and the turn because so it takes them longer to adjust. And that's my kind of my
Then
thing with
the
it.
whole discussion will go back to Adley's not playing his preferred position, right? He's supposed to be a cam, but look, he did his job. Yes, that penalty from what, a couple of months ago that he gave up, but in the end, I don't think he's going to start today. Let's see. Still no updates on starting lineups. We're keeping on checking in the comments if you do see official starting lineup, but that's what I'm expecting. About defense, do you see Gabia Tomori or Chow Tomori?
That's a tough one. My ideal probably would be to go with Chow and Tamori to get them used to each other again, I guess you could say, because they haven't played together like as often as we'd like due to injuries.
Mhm.
Um, but again, I don't know. Like Gabi is so in form right now that like he's probably been in the last like month, he's been our best since pretty much since January, since we got him back. He's probably been our best overall defender, right? Um,
A good
so
problem to
to
have from us from like 4 or 5 months ago, right? With the problems
right,
of center backs, and it's just
right.
I'm agreeing with you. I think Ciao Tomori, Gabia, you're gonna go face Roma in the Europa League. If you end up passing, you might be looking at teams at the Bayern Leverkusen's, possibly people already imagining Liverpool in
Milan
the
final.
finals.
Yeah.
So it's a good problem to have, especially if we're gonna go deep into this Europa League. Serie A. Let's just go secure that second spot. It's not going to be, Inter's not going to lose 5 games, guys. Then again, you know what, guys? If Inter somehow, some way loses points today, and I think they will, guys, it's don't start dreaming. It's still a very big gap. Inter is not going to lose 5 games in the reigning.
Unfortunately,
But
they have a solid squad, man, and we've all been saying it. Like we cannot deny it as much as we hate them. They have the most solid squad. One thing about Inter is who they can put on when they need somebody to make that difference. That's what we don't have,
yeah,
and we know that we don't have that difference maker. Like when we're down a goal and we need someone to get a goal for us, that's gonna make a game changer like moment. Who do we bring on? Jovic? right? Like, so it's
Okafor.
Orca 4, like, and these
Ooh,
guys are bringing in Arnautovic, guys with experience, and Turam, and they have Martinez. Like, it's just
Arnautovic. Ugh. He hasn't been that great for them.
he
But
hasn't
yes, no,
been
I get
playing.
the depth in their
Yeah,
teams, and good in the end against Verona. What I'm expecting, I think it's gonna be an ugly game. I feel, but I think I'm going back to um, Sanchez. Yeah, I'm going back to thinking of the Lazio Milan from 2 years ago. Ugly game, and somehow, some way, we're gonna come up with the 3 points. We definitely need these 3 points after we do have the 2 week break, and we go.
yeah. I hate the
Hopefully, I
2 week
see you
break.
next Sunday in
I
Jersey,
think so.
Timmy.
I just checked the weather again. It's saying 14 degrees,
Uh,
20% chance
uh,
of rain. So it's getting a papa level again. Okay,
my 90 jersey is ready. My flag is ready, and then we play
I don't
on.
know what I'm gonna wear. It's either gonna be the Curva Sud hoodie that I picked up, or it's gonna either be, I don't know.
We gotta represent. Milan Club New York is gonna be
Maybe bring
there, and
Milan
it's
Club
gonna be
Toronto.
a nice gathering. But then we play on Easter Saturday, and who we're playing on Easter Saturday? Oh,
That game is oh shit. I was
hold
literally
on.
looking at this.
We're playing Fiorentina,
Yep.
which will not be an easy game, especially playing Fiorentina at home. They always do this. Like, there's always that part of there's 2 games back to back where you play away from home, and I guess after, and then Lecce on April 7th. On the 11th, Roma, Sassuolo, which is not going to be an easy one because, again, we got a starting lineups. Thank you, TR, Magnan, Calabria, Kalulu, Tomori, Teo. So we'll write about Kalulu and Tomori. Reindeers, Benny, as we predicted, Loftus
Kalulu
Cheeks,
Tomori. I
layout.
forgot about Kalulu.
Oh, I think we're missing a striker.
Go for a striker. No way. That's what he just said. Did they
Really?
just
Hold
listen to
on a
me?
second. Hold
Hold
on a
on.
second. Still nothing. Is this official? TR, let us know.
Lineup.
Uh,
I see though. I've seen predicted lineup. So I'm still
predicted
seeing
lineup.
predicted lineup, and I'm seeing Sportiello, Hernandez, Tomori, Chow, Florenzi, Reinders, Benasser, Leao, Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, Giroud.
Yeah, because I don't see Magnan
I don't think
starting.
Manyan's gonna start this game. So it's
It's
that.
so, you know what? Even though it was hurtful to see him get the official lineups on the app. Allora,
Okay.
Magnan. Holy
Oh
shit!
wow, he's back. Yeah, it's only a bruised knee.
But
He said.
it's so good. It's so good to
But why
uh
not give Sportiello the fucking start on this game? Come on, like,
Okafor is striking, guys. Okafor is
oh
striking.
shit.
Yeah, official. But you know what? Good feeling that, it hurts to see Magnan get hurt, and then it's like it's Sportiello. It's not Tatarusano.
I
God
know.
bless him, but it's a good feeling to have a
Which
guy
in the
like
last
Sportiello.
game, that goal that he did concede was like it was a good goal.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
Yes, official. Thank you, TR. So directly
so
from
they're listening to me.
they're listening to you.
They're listening to
Okafor, a
us. They're
striker.
listening to the MWP now.
I'm sure
Pioli's.
Pioli's got his YouTube on his phone. He goes, ma
Yeah,
queste ragazze hanno detto andiamo con Okafor.
yeah.
Thank you again for okay, so striker. I know Okafor, the criticism we gave him, especially on even with Steven Time, is that when he started at the beginning was not really a factor. Did a couple of good performances, especially last one. What do you expect? Do you expect a surprise? Maybe it's like, okay, so we have Jovic, Giroud, and Okafor now, and Okafor is versatile. You can move him in any spot.
So, I was actually looking into some things the other day, and apparently Okafor's natural position is between the striker and the left wing. So he's not just fully a left wing. When he was playing, for if I remember, who's the team with that when he destroyed us, when he destroyed Kalulu, I forget, the last team he was at, but
Oh yeah,
yeah,
at the Red Bull Salzburg.
yeah, that's right. He was, that game he was playing from the left wing, but he played about half the matches that he played in the striker position too.
Hmm.
Um, so I mean, I like to see a mobile striker. What I miss is the behind the ball. You know what they try to do Leao every time, and he always throws his hands up where he wants that overhead pass,
Yeah.
right? And he wants to go in behind. We can't get that out of Giroud. Giroud's a target man. Jovic is a target man. So having the ability, if somebody is able to feed the ball, a through pass between two guys, a little bit ahead of that last defender, Okafor is a pretty quick guy.
But you
He can
got to
definitely
change
get
your
it.
game plan. You can't really cross it in as much as you want to.
I'm
Giroud's there. And you saw him live. You know how big
yeah.
boy, what a big boy. So now, that's the only thing that I'm a bit worrisome is that now you're gonna have to change the way you usually play with Giroud.
But you
Hopefully,
have
it
to.
works out.
You have to, because you know what, man? I've been saying it this year. When you look earlier games when Leao wasn't really playing at his best, he's been looking for those stupid where he'll just get to the end of the line and be like, okay, here, let me throw a ball in there. Let me throw a ball in
Mm,
there. When I need him to attack. That's the big difference about Leao. When I was at that game, I was sitting on the left wing side, literally first row, watching him, his body movements. And the most annoying thing, and I kept on saying it to Frank, and I was like, every time he would try to do that behind run and look for the pass, he would throw his hands up every single time that they didn't do it, and he'd like be pissed off, like, oh, they didn't pass it to me again. Oh,
mm.
they didn't pass it to me again. But you don't have Pirlo or Kaká or guys like this that are able to thread those balls to you. You're working with Loftus Cheek. You're working with Benny. Like, you're not working with those players. Like, if that's your game plan is to run in behind, buddy, you need to know your players around you too, and be like, hey, these guys are probably not going to get me every single time, even though I'm asking for it every single time. And throwing up your hands, the body language,
Mm.
it's not it's annoying, right? So
So you're
one
saying
thing
that
I want to
maybe
see,
a difference in the play. Maybe it's going to be more suited
100%.
to him.
Yeah,
Okay.
100. I think it's definitely going to be more suited to him, because I think now they have two mobile forwards that can, three if Pooley's on the, if that's what it is, right? The lineup, yeah. So yeah, Leal, Okafor, Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, literally the lineup I was asking for. This is going to be a game where, listen, if they can prove to me that, oh, it works, great. If they prove to me that it doesn't work, then whatever. But this is what I've been wanting to see, honestly. What I've been wanting to
So
see. You have three mobile forwards.
and leave it to the Milan fan base. God forbid we have a bad performance. Oh, I see that rotation. We need to play. No, guys, this is what the bench is there for. Let's see how we perform. At
Reina,
least
look, great comment. Sorry, Vinny.
yeah,
We need a Reina type player for that. Exactly right. We're a mobile striker, somebody that's mobile, but like somebody that can run with the ball. I want to see attacking. I want to see one-on-one layout when he attacks into that box. What happens when he attacks into that box? He draws either a foul or he scores a goal, right? That's what we need from him. And
true.
Okafor is a guy that can receive the ball. He doesn't have to pay target man. He doesn't have to
That's
play
true.
a false nine. And maybe actually he might play more of a false nine where he comes back and lays it off to his wingers. It's again, I'm not a coach, but
No, but okay. So let's. I'm expecting right now. I think a big change in play. I think we're gonna have to take it to Verona. We cannot sit on our laurels on this one. And most importantly, if we end up scoring first, not to get afraid, or if they do score first, not to get stressed out. We've come back from past ones. I'm just saying this because not because I'm afraid of Verona. I'm just weary of their. They want to secure themselves to make sure they keep to Serie A, guys. And
yeah,
when teams, when your back is pushed against the wall, they're capable of great things. And thank God Verona got that 3 points last game, because I was going to be even more worrisome on this one. But that's what Serie A is all about, right? Let's go with let's wrap it up. Then Andon's going to come on 50 minutes before game time. Whoever wants to do a watch along, guys, on
I
Patreon.
might be available. Who knows? We'll
Oh,
see.
right.
It's early.
Because I think Hans can't make it, so he's going to be on. But the same link to Patreons. Check your messages. I think Leao is going to score. He's been in good form. I think Leao will score. I think it's going to be I'm going to go with 2-1. Not thinking we're going to get a clean sheet. 2-1, Leao, Okafor. That's what I'm going to go with. And my dark horse on this one, because he really needs it, is going to be Chow. I need Chow to get back to that form that we got used to him before his injury.
Chow's not
How about
starting.
you,
It's
buddy?
Kalulu.
Oh, Kalulu. Sorry.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, sorry. Brain farts. I'm not even
No,
drunk.
no. This
Kalulu.
guy, I forgot about Kalulu. Literally, I forgot that he plays center back. Like this is our guys. If we look back at last year, this was our starting four. Was Calabria, Kalulu, Tomori, and Theo Hernandez. This is what we consider our best defensive lineup. So now let's see if they can, hopefully get a clean sheet.
And Kalulu could always move to that right if ever Calabria is not performing. So
Right.
yes, Kalulu, I need you to be the dark horse and show us what you got. How about you, Timmy? Maybe a prediction, a goal scorer, a dark horse. What say you?
I'm feeling confident because it's finally the front three I've been asking for. So I'm gonna throw it out there and
Okay.
say
Oh,
we're gonna have a big game today. I see 3 goals. I see Ruben Loftus-Cheek with a goal off a header or some
okay.
rebound shot or something. I don't know. That's what he's been doing lately. So I say Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I say Okafor, and I say Leao and Pulisic to get 2 assists.
Look at you. Okay, okay, all right. So that's some bold predictions, and that's why my bold prediction. That's why I don't bet anymore. But are you a betting man, Timmy? Did you ever bet before? I always had my
I
ruling.
do.
I never bet on Milan.
So
Milan.
I
Maybe I bet on
did.
corners back in the day, but never on an exact score.
So I did 2 bets. I helped one of my buddy out. He was actually asking me for predictions, and so for the last game against Lavia, I told him to go with goal scorers Pulisic and Ruben Loftus Cheek, and they both
Hey,
scored. And on
did you get a
mine, I
cut
did
out
a
of that at least?
5. Sorry,
Did
I
you
well he lost one of his games, so kind of screwed it up. But all my
oh,
predictions on his. But here's the funny part. So I did one for Milan of like 5 games. So shots on targets, all that stuff, goal scorers, whatever. I picked Giroud to score on mine. I didn't even go with my what I told my buddy. I went a little different. I'm like, you know what, just to guarantee it, because I got everything right
hmm.
except for the Giroud to score. And right at the last minute, he had that little header where he got it on target. I'm like, this guy. I'm like, he has to score this game. He has to score this game. Of course, he
Uh,
didn't score. So once again,
ah.
I gotta stop betting on anything Milan because I'm gonna shoot myself in the ass. Honestly.
Follow the recommendations. I'm just gonna go with virtual gambling. That's what I do now. So whenever the guys show up at the bar in their application, I'm like, give me some action, give me some action. Put $2 on there, put $2
Yeah.
on there. But I'm always a winner because I don't bet anymore.
Good. Good.
On that note, Timmy, where are you gonna be watching from home? Maybe you're gonna join Dan Dunn for the watch along.
Yeah, I'm at home today. No meetup at the mills today for the Milan Club Toronto. It's pretty early, so usually people are still either in bed or just getting up, and the bar doesn't open till about 12 o'clock. So it's gonna be
Gotcha.
at home, chilling out, relaxing. Maybe I join in, maybe I don't. I'll see how it goes. But
You're
yeah,
you're more than welcome. The link will be the same. I'm off to Chicharo's, then family at the Sugar Shack, as you guys like to call it, cabane à sucre,
sure.
here en français. So that's gonna be some sloppy eating, but it's all good. Hopefully, by the time I start driving over there, Milan will be comfortably winning. On that note, Timmy, enjoy the rest of the day. Speriamo we see each other next week.
Yeah,
And
if it
again,
continues the way it is, we should.
more than welcome to join Andon for the pregame, guys. The Sunny's video is going to be up for the next 45 minutes. Ovunque sempre. Forza Milan.
Forza Milan. Ciao, guys.
Ciao.